And breaking news on the coast of San Francisco. Fire broke out on a boat near Alcatraz Island a short time ago. By the time a local news helicopter made it to the scene, the flames were out. That boat was already starting to sink. You see those dramatic images right there. The fire department says at least 17 people were on what they called a pontoon pleasure boat that disappeared under the waves there. We know at least one person appears to have died. That boat was about 600 yards away from Alcatraz when the fire started. Let's take a look at a press conference that's happening right now.
At this point, we hear that it launched from somewhere near the St. Francis Yacht Club. Again, there were 19 folks on the boat, and it seemed like a recreational type vessel, but that's all we know at this point.
Hold on, I'm gonna go around to everyone, but I just want to.
For those two that are missing, what's the prognosis? Do we think they're alive? Do we think they're dead? What do you realistically expect?
So our standard operating procedures are to continue to search as long as it's safe for us to search. So we have our divers are in the water currently searching the surface, and we have the helicopters searching above, and we also have a float so we can identify where potentially people would move if they were in the water. So this search will go on for some time.
Hold on, guys, I'm going to do one at a time, please. You got to raise your hands if you're going to ask a question. Hold on. I'm going here, and then I will come back there, but please go ahead.
I know you can't identify anyone yet because you're still notifying family, but can you tell us a little bit about the people that were on board? Were there any children on board, or the approximate ages of the people who you're looking for? Any kind of information about that?
Sure. So we are unaware of any children being on this particular vessel. They all appear to be adults. Unfortunately, there was one dog that was declared deceased that was on the boat as well. And that's all the information we have at this point.
In the back.
And can you describe when you guys got on scene what it looked like?
Sure. So the reports we received from the SFPD Marine Unit was a vessel that was capsized and mostly under the water with some leaking fuel and some exhaust still emitting from the motor still operating, and at least one person in the water currently, and then a massive rescue operation was conducted to get the other folks out of the top compartment of the vessel.
And do we believe there was any fire or just a capsize?
At this point, we don't have a report of fire. Initially, it was reported as a fire, but we don't have evidence of any of our members or PD members witnessing fire itself.
Sergio.
What are the conditions out there? Was it difficult in kind of the water conditions, windy, any of that kind of stuff? Did that kind of make any kind of further challenges?
Sure. So this time of day, this time of year in San Francisco, there's going to be white caps on the water. So it is very challenging for our members to conduct this rescue. It may continue to be windy, or it may calm down a little bit, but we're going to continue to search either way.
Yeah, go ahead.
How big is the search area?
So I can get an exact figure for you, but I mean we're assuming that if there's an individual in the water, they're going to continue to go east because of the way that the tides are moving and the way that the wind is blowing. So we're going to continue to move east, and we'll give you an actual search area when we get that.
Betty?
Can you tell us when this will go from rescue to recovery, especially as we get later into the evening tonight? What are you up against?
Sure. So right now we are in full rescue mode. We have divers in the water, and again 11 vessels conducting a search. So we're going to continue at least until dark, and we'll give you updates as they come in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you speak as to any of the injuries that those hospitalized have?
Sure. So the initial injuries that we are hearing about are mostly impact injuries from falling as they fell into the water. We don't have any reports of burns or any other types of injuries at this point, but we'll update as they come in.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to make sure I get everyone.
What do you know about the cause of the fire? Is there explosions?
That will be investigated by several agencies, but we haven't even commenced that investigation yet. We don't have any information on that.
Chief, will you just say what you said again? We're not
Yeah,
sure if there's a fire.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just to be clear, there was no reports of fire, the chief said before.
Wondering if those on board were wearing life vests, if all of them had life vests, and also when you firefighters arrived on scene, first responders scene, were people on the boat as it was capsizing? Were they in the water? What was the layout?
So the understanding that I have is that there were both. Some people were in the water, some people were on the boat, some people were just falling into the water. So we didn't have reports of folks wearing life vests at this point, but that will be determined because we did bring them in, and perhaps they have been taken off and put in the marine units. But we'll update as that information comes available.
For those 13 that were congregated there, what's their demeanor like? Obviously, this is very traumatizing. When you spoke to them, what were they like?
I spoke with several of them, and clearly they're incredibly upset. They're aware that there's some serious injuries here. They're concerned about their mates that they went out on the bay with. And obviously, we're going to take good care of them here at the concourse building and get as many services to them as available.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on. If I can't see you, then I don't know you have a question. So go ahead and please raise your hand and I'll come to you.
I know both San Francisco Fire and San Francisco Police Department train on the water for rescues like this. Can you tell me a little bit about the capabilities of San Francisco Fire and also of SFPD in terms of being able to pull people out of the water? How do you prepare for something?
Sure. So we train on a regular basis between our Marine unit and the PD Marine unit. We had our rescue watercraft, which are jet skis out on the water, which are very maneuverable and very good for a search of this type. We conduct diving operations and train consistently on that. So this went really smooth on that end of it. Obviously a tragic result, but the training did pay off in recovering as many victims as we did.
In the back? Do I have one in the back?
You said the boat was completely flipped over by the time you got there?
My understanding was beginning to submerge, and just the top level, apparently it's a 3-level pontoon boat, and just the top level was visible at some point as it was sinking.
So it didn't flip, it was just sinking?
Unclear at this time.
All right, I can take the last one, Betty.
There was somebody that was getting CPR about an hour or so ago. Do you know the status of that person?
So yes, that is the individual who was brought in by the San Francisco Police Department Marine Unit, and they have been declared deceased.
Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
And we were just watching a press conference out of the Bay Area, officials giving the very latest on the video that you were seeing. If we have that video, it is a very dramatic image. It appears as though there was a pleasure craft, a pontoon-style pleasure craft that was sinking in the bay. This is some of the rescue that you're seeing happen before that boat, the vessel, slipped under the waves. We understand that 19 people may have been on board, 17 of them rescued. There may be 2 missing. Again, the numbers are just coming in. We understand from that press conference that one person, somebody was performing CPR on somebody that was pulled out of the water. They have been declared deceased. Fire officials and rescue officials saying that they are going to continue to search until it gets dark there, and then they will be providing another update. But once again, that happening just off the coast of Alcatraz.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.